Hello everyone, welcome back to Steam Code. This is part 9 of our HTML for Beginners tutorial series. And in this tutorial, I'll be talking to you about the div tag. And so, the div tag just signifies a section of your HTML document. And this section can be used to contain HTML elements, other divs, and then styled in app.js or main.css. And so you can easily define your divs with the ID or class attributes that we talked about in a previous video. So say I wanted to call this ID equals container. And then within this div, I want to have another div. So div ID equals left. And then below that div ID equals right. Then if you're to reload the page, as you can see, you don't yet see anything because we haven't styled anything or put anything within these divs. And so say if we're inside of the left div, we put an h1 tag. We'll say press this button. And then within the second div, we put a button with the text, press me. And then we can hop inside of our main.css file, and then we'll say left. We can float that to the left. And then as you can see now, it's a little off center, but as you can see now, the div with the ID of left is now on the left, and the div with an ID of right is now on the right. But if you want to make this easier to see, you can change the borders. So border 3 pixels, solid red. And then for right, we'll make the border 5 pixels, solid blue. So it looks a little weird right now, but that's okay. It can be solved with a little more styling and a little more rigorous CSS. But this was just an introductory tutorial on how you can use divs to contain elements within your HTML page. And so this is the most common way people use to organize their HTML page, because just having element after element can get very confusing and it can get very hard to control. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope this was informative to you, and I'll see you in the next one.